adventurous life. Thank you for your viewing. Your subscribing to my channel means a lot to me. I find myself here coming from Portland, Oregon. Animal lover state, or rather city. This is what we call a free rein, leashless pet park that has evolved to this. It's taken 20 years. This area used to be where Adams High School was once at. That has now been torn down because of the asbestos codes that they didn't abide by when they built the high school, which damaged a lot of students and people. That was profiteering without the regards of health and the health of the people that were exposed, that were reproducing. And since then, they found that that material is dangerous. Well, this area is a conjunction of an old high school public system and parks and recreation. This is what we have done with it. It's unheard of to have a free rein pet park. Innovative, trailblazing. That's why we're here in Portland. But it does require a lot of responsibility, a lot of understandings, because it can be considered a high liability if they decide to go wacky. Of course, to humans only. And so, the last time I was here, if you don't have your temperament checked, your animals will reflect that. And so, I use this area as a walking park area. As in my channel, I explore my city. And this is an opportunity to get extra outstanding 2-in-1 exercising. What I would like to do eventually is bring some athletes to train. We have a track because I said once before, this used to be an old high school area in conjunction with the park and recreation. Since then, the high school's been torn down. The part that I'm in right now would be part of the parks and recreation. I think this is a free rein, dog leash, non-leash area that can only be utilized if the animals are trained properly. Or what do you call them, animals? I don't know what they call them. Pets, family members, therapy. Aren't you sweet? Now aren't you sweet? See, only good, kind characters and good, kind things can produce results like that. And you wonder why they have a protective instinct. If you ever wonder why you seem to be getting attacked by growls and unexpected type of behavior, it might be something in your disposition or your demeanor that caused that type of instinctive reaction. Maybe something to think about. Well, right over there, the hilltop area, that's where the old high school used to be at. It was called Adams High School. I'm a product of that high school that was infested and infected with asbestos. And so it was standing for about a good 60 years. I have known 2 generations that graduated in high school status from that high school. And I think it was transferred to a middle school. And my middle school, when I moved here in '84, we were transferred to that high school. But they knew, they had records of it. And so the effects are still not known. We were just exposed 8 hours a day, school season, to the point to where it's no longer there. But the track is still here. So the purpose of this is to show you gotta exercise. You gotta utilize the outdoors. Get off the couch, get outside. You know, we still practice physical training, physical, mental, and psychological healthy well-being. How else are you going to be productive? And so, this track here that I'm walking on is part of my regiment. If you can find one in your city, highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. And so what I do, I'll use this track and the off the road to conjunction. But to me, flat ground only will build a certain type of endurance, a constant type of endurance. And so if you're a person that needs their heart rate accelerated, then peaks and valleys, hills and mounds is recommended. And lucky for me, that's what this track and conjunction offers me. So I'll walk a mile on this track. In addition, I'll walk the hills that I just came from, which then will give me a total of a mile on this track, a mile in that area, will give me a double the amount, and it will also accelerate my heart. And so, I do appreciate you watching. This is part of my lifestyle and my life. This is what I found that I've been able to associate into my life, even though the history of this area, we won't go into that. I don't do politics. I try to stay away from politics, and I try my best to stay away from religion. I try to just enjoy myself, enjoy the outdoors, enjoy people that will allow me to enjoy them, and just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Go with the grain, unless you have to go against the grain. But other than that, if you do go against the grain, make sure you are ready mentally, psychologically, and physically. So if you have to make a point and a statement, because that's what we have to do, being that we have to be providers of our youth. We have to be concerned about our youth, their mental well-being, and their mental health. One day, they will be in our position. So, thank you for watching, subscribing, hit the like, hit the notification, and definitely share if this reaches some type of understanding. Other than that, I'm enjoying myself, and this is what I do. I adventure life. I want to feel the full effect of it, not half effect, not a quarter effect. I want to feel the full effect of the definition of the pursuit of happiness and well-being. This is my middle school park area. I have an attachment to this area. I have an attachment to health. I have an attachment to well-being. I have an attachment this is a little bit different than off the beaten wall. It's a little bit different than doing the forest trail walk. And so my purpose is to show those who are in my area, my location, especially if you're not afraid of pets. You shouldn't have no fear being here, because the liability is not on you. The liability is on the owners. But you come out here if you can find this useful. Hopefully you will. I have some very serious athletic family members in which over the years I have always been I've always been searching, researching what would be the best results for them to become the greatest optimized physical in whatever sports that they choose to be in. But of course, I'm more about the intellectual properties and purpose of getting your mind developed first, then your physical. But this right here looks familiar. See this heel? See that? Now, if you don't have a problem with being out in public with people and their best friends, come here. And then if you have a problem with this area, you always can go over to the track area. As it was explained to me one time, I had a gentleman with a pet that wasn't quite understanding that he was need to be in control.